So, yeah, and then Farigiraf too, like, them targeting the Farigiraf was totally fine. Thank you, Profi. Yeah, these have been fun battles to play. Oh, dude, we were up against rank 36. Ooh, this has some interesting things. Apollo's gonna appreciate this. Has both Salamence and Raging Bolt, right? Look at that. But we also have Fluttermane, Suicune as their the Tier 1 setter, Metagross, and Incineroar. So, looking at this, they probably have a way to deny Trick Room with Taunt. So I want to be careful of that. Probably coming from Fluttermane. Yeah, they have a couple ways to set up Tailwind, but I don't care about Tailwind. I'm going to use Trick Room. I think the main thing here is how to position my guys to really take full advantage of using Trick Room. And I think the idea behind this is I actually used Rillaboom and Farigiraf, right? So what I kind of want to do is actually use U-Turn to bring in Ursaluna. You know, help it hand and destroy everything. And then Primarina looks great, actually, on paper. Moonblast is really good. Yeah, I actually like Primarina a lot. The reason I picked Rillaboom over Incineroar is that Rillaboom has access to U-Turn, so I can get Ursaluna in pretty quickly to start snowballing with my turns, right? So and that's kind of my thought process behind that. And I don't really have fighting type moves. It's the main thing is to worry about their opposing Incineroar, but at that point, because Rillaboom naturally outspeeds Incineroar, I'll be able to use Fake Out first. Oh, I don't even have to worry about Fake Out. I'm a dummy. Okay, so main thing here is that we want to be mindful of Metagross trying to target down Primarina early. We got Booster. Booster, please let it be speed. Special attack. Oh, not as fun. Yeah, I definitely don't mind hitting Trick Room. I think the question is... I hate to do it because I know that you have knockoff, right? And that's what I have to be mindful of. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and Fake Out. Reveal to me Taunt. Yeah, okay. A lot of fellow mains are running Taunt nowadays, so I need to be mindful of that. It might be an option to say, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and commit to... I'm gonna commit to... Oh, shoot. I can't even use Helping Hand after the taunt. That's mean. I might commit to using Mental Herb instead. So I will Psychic and Grassy Glide into Flutter. You're gonna see a Terror from the opponent. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I'm worried. Okay, sir. And then probably was already choice banded then. Flutter protects, but it would have been fine anyways. It just didn't want to... Okay, so... Woo, okay, we lose 2 Pokemon automatically. So if you wanted like a fun little explosion tech, Metagross might be your answer here. Yeah, without Trick Room, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for sure. Dusclops would... If I had Dusclops in the back, that would have been a potential switch in, right? But we didn't have anything like that. Ursaluna and Primarina coming in, but yeah, this is definitely a tough one. I did not anticipate Explosion Metagross. And Taunt from Fluttermane seems to be a little bit more common, so it might be an option to say, hey, you know what, Rocky Helmet's no longer needed. You can use Mental Herb instead. But yeah, we're going to be facing off against both Suicune and Flutter. This is tough because I want to Ghost Terra Blood Moon, but Ghost Terra and Blood Moon is not great against the opposing Flutter, so I'm definitely down to Protect for now. And I think I'm gonna Hyper... Oh, I could Calm Mind. No, I think I'm way too far behind. I think I have to Hyper Voice to get some chip damage on Flutter. give me a turn to kind of think through this. Yeah, okay. That actually does give me some breathing room here. And Snarl, not great. Actually, this will be used to my advantage. I will be able to get something off of this. Because this turn, unfortunately, I'm going to get a special attack drop. Then I'm going to Hyper Voice one more time. And I get back up on my special attack boost, right? But the way that the speed orders work, the Snarl actually will give me a weakness policy boost. And I think with that, Flutter becomes my biggest obstacle. So I'm down to Hyper Voice. And Moonblast Flutter. Hoping that Suicune does use Snarl again. And then Ursaluna can then use Blood Moon on Suicune. And then eventually I can get the K on the last Pokemon. We are definitely playing behind here, but let's see what we can do to make things work. Yeah, I have to eat up a big Moonblast, unfortunately. Oof, that does a lot. But Snarl comes out, which is important. This actually helps out a little bit, because that means that, yeah, Pumuna is now down to -1. But I do have weakness policy here. So, that does get me back in the game a little bit. Ah, no! I barely missed a KO on Flutter. That hurts. I really needed that. Green Arena, yeah, it was tough, yeah, definitely. But I don't regret going for that play. I think we did what we needed to do to try to be in this still. I'm down to Hyper Voice again with you know what? I could probably even set up... I'll Hyper Voice for now, and then the following turn set up Calm Mind. Yeah, I mean, if I was Flutter, I'd do the same. Makes sense. Come on, another special attack drop? That was mean. But yeah, I do need to preserve my special attack here. I think I'm at -2? Maybe -3. Okay. We knock out Flutter, but geez, that was just... And we're playing far behind, but we're gonna try our best to climb back from this. The turn 1 wasn't great, yeah. And Flutter now carrying Taunt nowadays is actually something I need to be more mindful of. Because, like, yeah, most people are like, oh, well, I can't. So Mental Herb actually would be really nice on Furgraph. And I actually I don't need Rocky Helmet as much anymore. So that might be helpful. Alright, so who's coming out next? It is going to be our Raging Bolt. Ooh, that's not great. Yeah, this definitely feels like a game over situation. They've already teared, so Earthquake is... Earth Power is pretty free. And I think I will not actually attack, and I will use Calm Mind here. Oh, well, yeah, that works too. Yeah. Why worry about the speeds when you can just do that? Yeah. Yeah, failing to set up, and that's one of the challenges of the full Trick Room team. Failing to set up Trick Room can really put you in a tough spot there. So, yeah, and then it doesn't matter. The damage output is minimal. And I get to set up Calm Mind, but at this point, I don't have any recoveries leftovers. So I'm just banking on... I don't even know what I'm banking on. Yeah, missing that KO on Flutter, though, does hurt. I could have done Blood Moon at that point, but yeah, and that's one of the things that's nice about Suicune. It's so bulky, too, but yeah, at this point, I ain't gonna live this. Yeah, that's true. At least Primarina had a peaceful end right there, and Raging Bolt actually was Life Orb, too. Well done for my opponent. I think that they played a really great team, and whew, man, that was definitely a tricky one, let me tell you. But it was a good battle overall. It was really good.